What is up, guys? Welcome back to another banger of a video. Last day I was out for around 20 minutes recording without my mic on, which was fun, and I figured out, you know what, why not have a little bit of a story time? And people love story times, right? So I was thinking that would be pretty fun, you know, pretty little Reno. So my idea was to share with you about all those times I've been doing my driving exams, because I'm a connoisseur of driving exams. I'm a bit of a veteran. I drove up for a motorcycle around 7 times. Oh, this is a turn lane. 7 times I've been doing my exam for motorcycle and succeeding twice. So I thought I should share some of the bullshit stories, some of the fair stories, and you know, not some general tips. I got like a 20-minute long video of me just telling you how to ride a motorcycle. So anyway, let's just do them in order, man. So let's get it clear first. This is my second bike. I'm from Europe, meaning when I'm 16 I could get a 125. That's the max limit. So I got a 125. I got a 125 when I was around 16. And then recently when I turned 18 I got this bike. So you gotta drive again to get the bigger bike, which makes sense. But anyways, so my first ever driving exam with my 125 was a train wreck. I mean, yikes. So my dad booked it because he was like, I think you're ready. Seen you on the slow maneuver part and the obstacle course. I think you're ready, boy. And I was like, okay, Dad, I'll fucking do it. What could go wrong? Turns out a lot could go wrong. So what happened there was I was a god on the obstacle course. I mean, I think other people were shivering seeing me. Ooh, took that slow part even slower than you were supposed to take it, man. Ooh, everyone was like, this is the new Rossi. Look at him go. It's gonna be big. But then we got out in traffic, and oh boy, I don't think they were so happy about the traffic part. So first off, I've never ridden in traffic because my dad probably didn't know that, but I've never really been out. I've been like on the highway, and that's about it. So we went into the first circulation, one of these, and I almost crashed, and he was like, we're heading home, bud. No more today, bye. Time to go back. So number one, I mean, that's fair. If I saw someone just driving right into one of these and almost dying, I would be like, yeah, you know what, maybe not. Second time is also one of the fair times, because I fucking crashed. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. I wouldn't blame myself. We was going pretty well. I've been training a lot in traffic because I failed on traffic last time. And I got into a corner, maybe a little more steep than that bad boy. And I was going around, maybe this speed actually, this speed is pretty accurate. And as I headed into the corner, you know, I was like zoink. And then I was like, you know, doing all my fucking trails and all that shit. Because as I said, it was a little bit of a steep corner. And in the corner, I was like, oh wait, I am going for, I think 4 over. I was going like 74 and it was a 70 road. So I was like, oh, I don't want to flunk on that. So, boop, boop. I just gave it a little break. Oh my, if you didn't know, that's death. Straight up death. I flew so fucking hard. I flew off in 70 kilometers an hour, just zoof down a ditch, because as you can see where I'm driving and where I was driving then, there's a lot of little forest and grass patches and stuff. So I flew straight down the ditch and the bike went Flah! That's the best way to describe it. And I was laying there, and he was like, oh my god, are you okay, blah blah blah. And then we fixed out the bike and stuff, and then he said, yeah, I think it's time to drive back. And I didn't get my license, man, which, come on, I mean, I did a good job. I mean, it was only that crash that kind of sucked. The rest was pretty good. So I drove up the third time, and that time I got flunked. I drove up, we were at an intersection, a car was coming from my left, I'm from the right, and basic rule is, at least here in Sweden, is right of way. And if you're coming from the right and someone's coming from the left, and there's no other signs telling you anything, then the standard rule is the one from the right has the right of way. Right of way. I mean, it makes sense. And he came from the left in like maybe it was a 60 road, and he was like balls deep in 120. Just zoop. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna wait. I stopped and I wait, because I'm on a driving exam. I'm not about to boost out and go fucking balls deep. You know, you're nervous. It's a driving exam and all. But what happened there was, when we got back, we kept riding around for like 20 minutes, almost like it was looking for me to make some other mistake. So we kept going for 20 minutes, and then when we got back, I was like, yeah, I gotta flunk you on that car. And like, why did we keep going for 20 minutes if you were gonna flunk me on the car? My fourth time I got it, I drove exactly like I did before. I mean, I scheduled that as soon as I flunked the last one, didn't train or anything, and then just went and I got it. And then we're on to when I had this bike, because that was just bullshit all the way. First time I drove up, they thought I went too fast on the obstacle course. That's it, too fast on the obstacle course. And usually they give you 2 tries, you know, you go once, that's a little fast. So nope, not 2 tries for me. I went once, I did the rest, I did the high speed maneuvering shit, I did the braking, I did all of that. And then after, yeah, you still flunked the first one. And I didn't even get off my bike. I was like, all right, so I'm doing the slow one again. No, sir. You're not doing the slow one. You flunked it. Sorry. My second time I drove up on this, I failed on environmental driving. Apparently I didn't downshift correctly. If you downshift a little bit faster, you could have saved global warming yourself. But I didn't save global warming, so I mean, maybe I deserve to flunk that. Third time I got it because I got one of those actual nice driving instructors. It was raining a little, so he was in a car instead. We stopped 2 times. First time he took up his sandwich. He was like, I'm just gonna unpack it, don't want to drive at the same time. And then he stopped again and said, I dropped my sandwich down to the pedals of the car. Could we please stop? Honestly, the reason why I keep talking about my driving exam here is because a lot of people get discouraged after failing their driving exam. You know, a lot of people get discouraged. They're like, oh man, I didn't get it on my 3rd try, I'll never get a motorcycle. But I keep pushing it, man, because it's bullshit, all the rules that you gotta follow when you're driving your driving exam. Because the most dangerous people on the road are the ones that just got their license. And not because they're not experienced, but because they follow the rule book like that. And I mean, there's some informal rules, you know, some stuff you gotta learn. And I mean, you're dangerous when you just get your card. So I mean, don't get discouraged, man. It's hard to get a motorcycle, but I mean, it's not hard to drive one once you get it. Am I right? Brum brum.